Hello, I'm Bananiac and you're watching Plant-Based News. Today's story is on the 29-year-old vegan YouTuber by the name Hannah Howlett who has lost 55 pounds following the dietary recommendations of medical doctor John McDougall, as well as his book, The Starch Solution. She's been intuitively eating a diet rich in starchy carbohydrates such as rice, potatoes, oatmeal, and has dropped from 188 pounds all the way to 133. Hannah's now seeing even more weight loss results by going on an all potato diet cleanse, and you guys can find out more about her journey at High Carb Hannah. A decade-long study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition that looked at 26,000 participants found that those who followed a vegan diet had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Participants were split up into 5 different groups: non-vegetarians, semi-vegetarians, pesco-vegetarians, lacto-vegetarians, and vegans. Professor of medicine at the Loma Linda University said, "We found that as far as prostate cancer, the vegans looked really good. They have a 1/3 lower risk than non-vegans." He also noted that more research needs to be conducted on the subject, but these results were impressive and statistically significant, and why else should they not be? I mean, if you can cut your chance of developing prostate cancer by 1/3 by just simply changing your diet, who would not do that? In the United Kingdom, the Vegan Society is now offering free workshops for hospital caterers, dietitians, and nurses as part of their Hospital Catering for All campaign. They are not just helping vegans who are hospitalized to receive an adequate meal, but also clarifying any misunderstandings that surround a vegan diet. As someone who has worked at a hospital and has served 60 patients a day, I find this campaign very proactive. Even though the vegan population has been growing rapidly in the past decade, patients are still having difficulty being accommodated with plant-based options. In the United States, the vegan nonprofit organization, the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, recently released a report ranking 24 hospital food programs. The rankings were based on whether the hospital offered healthful options such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, cholesterol-free options, and soy milk. Facilities also earned points for participating in Meatless Mondays, community gardens, and farmers markets. Likewise, points were deducted if fast food was offered on site. The 2 hospitals that tied for first place were Aspen Valley Hospital in Colorado and Stony Brook University Hospital in New York, which has a 2,242 square inch organic garden on top of the roof. PCRM stated, "At the hospitals we ranked, we saw plenty of healthful vegetable and bean side dishes on patients' menu, but at most hospitals there was a shortage of healthful plant-based entrees. So if someone is considering a hospital, he or she should ask about the availability of healthful plant-based entrees." And I absolutely agree. If you're hospitalized, you should expect the best food possible for you to be on the best path to your recovery. Speaking of recovery, a man by the name Carl Hopner recently shared his story on the Forks Over Knives website on how he overcame clinical depression with a plant-based diet. Carl struggled with severe clinical depression for 4 years, spending hours in talk therapy while taking prescription medication. In 2014, Carl gave up hope and participated in drug and alcohol abuse. However, it wasn't until 2015 when he had his awakening after listening to Rich Roll talk about how he changed his life by eating a plant-based diet. This inspired Carl to adopt a plant-based diet and start riding his bike again while making great progress forward. And that's what we want to hear: people adopting a plant-based diet, moving their bodies, and overcoming the obstacles that have been holding us back our whole lives. Some research has found depression to be related to inflammation within the body as well as low levels of serotonin. Now, interestingly, a plant-based diet causes way less inflammation than a meat-based diet because of its lower fat content and its higher antioxidant content, as well as vegetables being full of B vitamins, which helps boost mood. So all of that put together does help. So we definitely want to congratulate Carl on his journey and to keep up the good work. In other news, Corn Foods, a food company that makes vegetarian meat, has recently been sued for false advertisement. Their main ingredient in most of their products, called mycoprotein, has been claimed by Corn to be a type of mushroom where in reality is just actually mold. The plaintiff who is suing him claimed that mycoprotein is a brand name coined by corn for an active ingredient that is actually fermented soil mold with added vitamins and flavors. Corn's representations on its boxes are clearly designed to deceive consumers. Now, I always advocate for consuming a whole food plant-based diet because you get what you see in front of you. But I do understand that some vegans out there do want to incorporate some of these meat alternatives. But I highly urge people to always look at the ingredients list. And if you see something that you don't recognize on there, be very, very cautious. And now onto sports. The largest YouTube cycling channel, the Global Cycling Network, has been advocating a plant-based diet quite often these days, and Tino Bonino has more on the story. Thanks, Bananiac. We here at Plant-Based News are super excited about this. GCN has close to 700,000 subscribers, which is a massive following for spreading the vegan message. They have videos from recipes to diet tips to even one video that compares the carbon footprint of an electric car to a road bike. But at the end of the video, they concluded that diet plays the biggest role when it comes to carbon footprint.
Yeah, and if carbon footprint is something which is really important to you, then the thing perhaps to focus on most is your diet. So vegans, this is where you get a high five.
It's so great to see one of my favorite channels supporting this message and getting it out to all their fans. Back to you, Bananiac. Thank you, Tino. That was a very interesting segment, and we are very excited to hear the news as well. So for those of you that watch tennis, you probably heard of who Novak Djokovic is, but the real question is, has he gone vegan? The tennis player has been recently posting quite a few of his meals on his Instagram account that look like they are 100% plant-based. In fact, he even posted one photo of what looked like quinoa salad, captioning, "Happy Vegan Day, everybody. Enjoying my holiday time with family, resting well, and eating well." Now that does sound very promising, and we do know for a fact that Novak has ditched gluten and dairy in the process due to health issues. And the last non-vegan meal that he posted on his Instagram was 21 weeks ago. So has Novak Djokovic gone vegan? Let us know in the comment sections down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this segment of Plant-Based News. If you guys want to find out more about plant-based nutrition and vegan lifestyle tips, check out my YouTube channel, Bananiac, and you guys can connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @Bananiac, and we can carry the conversation on there. Thank you for watching.